Alright, so really quick before we start the video, I just wanted to say that I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Mobile recently, and honestly, man, I've been having so much fun, and there's so much content in that game, to the point that I started a brand new channel, specifically only to be uploading Call of Duty Mobile videos. And dude, I am super excited about that brand new channel. I have so many ideas for videos that I can upload about Call of Duty Mobile. So if you guys want to go subscribe or just leave a like for the videos, I would really appreciate that. The links to the brand new channel are going to be down in the description and in the pinned comment. Thank you very much to everybody who already went to the brand new channel and showed their support. I really do appreciate that, man. Especially because I've been having so much fun playing that game. It means a lot to me that some of you guys actually want to watch me play that game. So thank you once again. And with that being said, let's start the video. Alright, so I made this video about 6 months ago, and man, a lot of things have changed, bro, in the last 6 months. First of all, there's a lot more characters in the game. Second of all, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been looking like a Giga Chad recently, because I am 20 pounds lighter since the last time I made this video. Now look, I know that 6 months to lose 20 pounds is not really a good ratio, but hey, at least we're going down, right? And also, not only that, but the YouTube game has changed because now we got a frame around the webcam and stuff like that. We're looking better, all right? That's what I'm trying to say. Everything has gone up, all right? Except for my weight. Little bit of a joke right there, all right? With that being said, let's start this tier list, baby. All right, starting off, the first character is going to be Atlantan Armored Aquaman. AAA batteries, you already know. This guy is going to be a B tier character for sure for me. So here's the deal. This is the way that I like to rank characters. So for me, normally B tier is going to be the arena tier. So if a character is good in arena, I'll put him in B tier. Now, I know every character can be good in arena, but you know what I mean. There's definitely some characters that are better than others in arena. That's going to be the B tiers, all right? I don't care about any other game mode aside from solo raids and regular raids, which of course, everybody knows those characters are going to be A and S. And by the way, I don't know why this is backwards. This should be S. Okay, S and A. All right, so S is going to be like the characters that you absolutely need for raids. A is going to be like characters that I guess you can kind of switch out every once in a while or aren't really super that important, but they are important. And then B is going to be arena. All right, I just wanted to say that, okay? Now, the next character we're going to look at is going to be Ace Green Arrow. I'm going to put him in the B tier. You could use that character in raids, I guess, if you wanted to, but there's probably only like maybe 1 or 2 bosses where that's useful. It's really not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? I'm going to put him in B tier because this character is definitely a really, really fun support character. And plus, if you want to get the character, he's super easy to get because you can get him off the challenge mode. So, if you're a beginner and you don't really have that many good support characters like Power Girl and Dr. Fate, which I guess are bad examples because you should have those characters before you have Ace Green Arrow. But if you somehow get Ace Green Arrow before those characters and you're a beginner, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? There's definitely other things that you have to be worried about. Next character we're going to look at is going to be Arkham Knight Batman. This character, man, I got a lot of flack for ranking this character in A tier last time instead of S tier. And I hate to say it, bro, but I was right. I really was. Arkham Knight Batman is a good character, right? You can use him with Heartbreaker, Harley Quinn, and EPI. It's going to be a dub, okay? But nowadays, things are different. You want to use Raven, okay? Raven, Heartbreaker, EPI is the way to go. Now, look, I understand that some bosses are stun resistant or whatever, but the damage difference between using Raven, Heartbreaker, EPI, and Arkham Knight Batman, Heartbreaker, EPI is so big to the point where I just can't put Raven and Arkham Knight Batman in the same tier, even if they're supposed to be working with the same team. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, Arkham Knight Batman, but again, A tier is going to be that tier where the character is good, but you can definitely switch them out for somebody better, you know? And I think Raven is just better than Arkham Knight Batman. She just is, bro. All right? Aside from those rare instances where the boss that you're going to be fighting is stun immune. And even then, you might still want to use Raven, Last Life Joker, and EPI. That'll probably be a little bit better than Arkham Knight Batman Heartbreaker EPI. For those of you that don't know and haven't seen gameplay about it, Last Life Joker Raven EPI does a lot of damage. It does. More than Arkham Knight Batman Heartbreaker EPI. So I'm just saying, all right? I wanted to be very specific with my reasonings about this ranking because a lot of people questioned me last time that I did that, all right? Next character is going to be Armored Superman. I'll put him in the C tier, bro. I mean, I guess he can be good in Arena because he's got a reflective shield. But I don't know, man. I feel like that's kind of dirty. Putting somebody a tier up just because they have a reflective shield. Nah, I'm not going to do that, bro. I know some of you noobs love using reflective shields and think you're good because you have reflective shields. You're not, okay? You're just not, all right? It's a cheap way to win the game, but it is what it is, right? It's a part of the game, so I'll put him in C tier, but I'm not going to put him in B tier. The character is really easy to get, though. That's a good thing. And you can also easily get shards for the character to promote him to 4 stars, which is really good for a beginner because a beginner is going to need all the help they can get. And that reflective shield does, as much as I hate to admit it, it does help you out as a beginner. So I'll put him in C tier. Atrocitus, really fun character, man. This character with Emerald Green Lantern. Where's Emerald Green Lantern? I'm just going to put him in there right now. Where's he at? Where's EGL? Oh, no. That's Silver Green Lantern. That's Johnny. What? Am I blind? What's going on? Oh, he's right here. Okay, never mind. I moved my mouse over him like 10 times and I didn't see. All right, stop judging me. All right, but Atrocitus, Emerald Green Lantern, both of these characters are very, very fun to use. They're not going to be the best characters to help you do a lot of damage in raids. They're just not. But they are very, very fun to use, especially in Arena, and especially when you use both of these characters at the same time. You don't have to, but it is very fun. Because if you can get the perfect set of buffs to happen at the right time, you can get like an entire power bar off of just tagging in like once. It's insane, man. These characters are very, very fun to use. And of course, Atrocitus also has a reflective shield, which makes him that much better if you're a noob and you need that reflective shield for Arena. But I kind of have to give him some points because that is kind of good in Arena. But whatever. I'm going to put both of those characters in the B tier. Next character is going to be Wonder Woman. I don't even know what this character is called. I don't even care. It's a Wonder Woman. I don't know. It's not Mythic Wonder Woman. It's shitty Wonder Woman. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is, this character is absolute trash. She's going to go in the F tier for sure. For sure. She has a reflective shield, but that is not enough to save this character. It's not. This character is garbage. Okay? The thing that makes me so mad about this character... I'm sorry. I'm getting mad right now. I know I'm yelling. All right? But fuck it. You're going to have to deal with it. Okay? The thing that gets me so mad about this character is the way that you used to be able to unlock this character was from daily logins. But they didn't give you enough days to get this character to 5 stars. Back in the day, you can only get characters up to 5 stars. But they never gave us enough days to get this character to 5 stars. All you can do was like 3 stars, maybe 4 stars at most. But that just kind of made me mad. All right, how are you going to give me a character but not give me the option, or at least not give me the opportunity to try to max out the character if there's only one way to max out the character, to get shards? I guess you could still get her from chest, but I don't care. All right, whatever. She's a bad character, F tier. All right, next up is going to be Black Adam. Oh, no. I don't know, man. A tier or B tier? I don't know, bro. I think I'm going to go B tier, man. I think I'm going to have to go B tier, bro. All right. So here's the thing about Black Adam. He's definitely not the most... He's definitely not top 3 teams damage dealer, right? Definitely not. But he's also not the worst character. I would say he's easily top 10 damage dealers. But the thing that kind of makes that kind of awkward, I know there's a big difference between being top 3 and being top 10, right? It's kind of a bad example of how good this character is. But that's the hard part. trying to understand how good this character is very hard because he does good against some bosses and he doesn't do that good against other bosses. And using like teams, using other characters to make this character good is not really worth it because you can use those characters with somebody else that's better than Black Adam and make a much stronger team. So I feel like it's not fair to put Black Adam in A tier because he is A tier, I guess, if you put the right characters and you fight the right specific bosses. And even then, you still have a pretty good chance of dying because this character is built like a glass cannon. And, you know, I don't like using glass cannons in this game. The AI and the frames are so bad in this game that I don't like using glass cannon builds because one lag spike, and you're gone. That's the whole match over with Black Adam. So for those reasons, I'm going to put him in the B tier. All right? Don't get mad at me. I can kind of see some of your guys' points. If you want to put him A tier, I'm just going to put him B tier. All right? Next up is going to be my boy Bane. Bane. One of the best Silver characters. You know, a lot of people like Silver Batman, but don't show any love to Silver Bane, which makes no sense because Silver Bane does exactly the same things as Silver Batman, but literally better. His passive is literally the same thing as Batman's, but better. Not only does he give you more critical attack chance, but he also gives you more basic attack damage. Batman gives you less critical attack chance and no basic attack damage. So I feel like if you think that Silver Batman is good, you have to say that Silver Bane is better. Like much, much better. And plus, if you want to build this character as a damage dealer, which I don't recommend, but I have seen people do, he's not that bad. You know, not bad for a Silver character. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put him in the B tier. Definitely a really, really fun support character. You don't need him for raids, you know, but if you don't have anybody else to go along with Black Manta and Brainiac, you could put Silver Bane. You know, like, it's not going to be the worst decision in the world, right? So I'm going to put him in the B tier. Fun character. And you know what? Now that we're talking about Silver Batman, I might as well just rank Silver Batman now. If I can find Silver Batman. Hold up. I got to stop talking. Hold up. Oh, he's right here. Okay. All right. This time it's not my fault. All right. I could have found this character a lot faster, but some of the characters down here have maxed out looks, like Blue Beetle, and some characters don't. Like Silver Batman, he's not maxed out. Okay. So I was looking for a maxed out Silver Batman, but that's not what they put down here. All right. So don't get mad at me for being slow. All right. Silver Batman. He's going to be a character literally everybody has. I thought I had a lot of shards for Silver Batman because I've had the character since day one. Apparently not. I just haven't really gotten this character that much from chests. I don't know how that's possible, but I mean, I guess if you wanted to get a lot of shards for this character to promote him, you could do it off the campaign. So the character is easy to get and easy to promote, but he's not really that good. You know, I think I'm gonna have to put him D tier, bro. I don't know, because this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you really did want to use this character, the reason why is probably going to be because of his special too, because he can stun. And if somehow you don't have Predator Batman or Arkham Knight Batman, you can use Silver Batman with Heartbreaker and EPI. But I feel like if you have EPI and Heartbreaker, you gotta have Predator Batman, right? At least, at minimum, because you can actually get that character from the arena store. So you know what, bro? I'm going to have to put this guy in D tier. I'm sorry, but Silver Batman is just not that good. And like we already established, Silver Bane can already do everything he does, but much better. Next character is going to be Blue Beetle. C tier. I do like using Blue Beetle. I think the way that this character moves is pretty fun, you know, in a weird way. I don't know. I feel like the gameplay for the character is actually pretty good. The only problem that I have with the character is the buffs. I like that this character has a buff for every single special ability he uses. I don't like how fast those buffs run out. They run out very, very fast, which kind of makes using the character like a little bit obsolete. Like you want to use him for those fun buffs and bonuses that you get after using special abilities. You don't necessarily want this character to do a lot of damage in raids, but I can't even have fun with the character with the buffs in arena because the buffs go away so fast. So I'm going to have to put him in the C tier. One good example of somebody that kind of does something, a good example of somebody that's kind of similar to Blue Beetle, but actually does things right would be Nightwing. Where's Nightwing? Oh boy, here we go, bro. God damn it. Hold up, man. Wait. Who made that, bro? They should have wait, is this what's that word, bro? They should have put these in alphabetical order. But you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I think they are. Oh, nah. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because Aquaman would have been up here. Aquaman would have been up here because Aquaman starts with an A. All right, never mind. Where's Nightwing then? Nightwing. There you are. There you go. Okay. Nightwing is a good example of Blue Beetle done right. Like, I guess in a weird way. Here's why I say that. Nightwing is a support character. Blue Beetle is not really a support character. But Nightwing is a support character, which is good. Definitely something that you want is a support character. They're kind of what make the game the game. But also, if you wanted to use this character by himself, like you kind of would with Blue Beetle, his buffs on his special abilities do last a good amount of time. So you can have fun with this character. If you want to try to power drain the opponent, use a special 1. If you want more critical attack chance, use special 2. If you want to stun, use special 3. Those buffs last for a good amount of time and are a lot more effective than Blue Beetle. So even as a solo character, he's a lot better than Blue Beetle, and he's even more better because of his passive, which lets you power generate when you block, which me personally, I find that to be really, really fun. So Nightwing is definitely going to go B tier. Matter of fact, look, we're not going to be ranking characters in the columns. You know, like, we're not going to be ranking characters in the B tier from best to worst or anything. But I feel like out of all these characters, I think this would be like a good way to rank them. I don't know. I really like Atrocitus. I really like Emerald Green Lantern. I really like AAA batteries. But I also really like Nightwing. Even though I don't use the character that much, and pretty much nobody uses the character, I really do like using this character. Maybe I'll put them above Atrocitus and Emerald Green Lantern. I don't know, man. My point is, Nightwing is really underrated. He's a really fun character. Next up is going to be Silver Aquaman. I mean, I guess he's D tier. His special 2 is actually not that bad. It's the same as Atlantan Armored Aquaman's, which does power drain and dot damage, which is pretty good because you're going to be taking away power from the opponent and at the same time doing damage to them, which is it's always a good thing. And plus, that special ability does power drain by a lot. Like, it really, really does. You could take an entire power bar away from the opponent, and an entire, like, filled power bar from the opponent if you can keep them locked in that special 2 for a couple of seconds. So that's really good for a beginner. That's the way that I'm looking at silver characters, by the way, for beginners. You know, if you're even just a little bit experienced, you're not going to use silver characters. But for a beginner, you might want to use silver characters. And I don't think this character is the worst silver character. So I'll put him in D tier, but I'm not going to put him in C tier because he is a silver character. All right, the first S tier character that we've come across, Black Manta. My boy, this guy does a good amount of damage, bro. He does an insane amount of damage if you can put the Beta Club. Matter of fact, to be honest, I know this is a character tier list, but they should have put the Beta Club in here because, I mean, come on, bro. Everybody knows that some characters are only good with Beta Club. The Beta Club breaks some characters. It makes some characters, like, super broken. So I feel like you have to, like, take into consideration the Beta Club here. Black Manta, even without the Beta Club, is still pretty good. With the Beta Club, this man is absolutely insane because of his basic attack hits that just keep doing more damage the more that you build up combos. So this character is definitely going S tier. Next character is going to be Batman Ninja Robin. Batman Ninja Robin, Batman Ninja Grodd, and Batman Ninja Catwoman all together are a team. So if you're going to put one of these characters S tier, you have to put the other two characters S tier. So Batman Ninja Catwoman is kind of weird because in a way, she's the least useful character in this trio because the passives that work for the entire team that end up making Batman Ninja Catwoman really good come from Robin and Grodd. But the thing is that, like, the insane amount of damage with the Beta Club also comes from Catwoman. It's really weird to explain, but just long story short, don't think about it too hard. These three characters work together. They are the Batman Ninja team. They are what let you do a lot of damage with Batman Ninja Catwoman, especially when you have the Beta Club. So all three of these characters have to go together in the S tier. And next character is going to be Blademaster Robin. C tier, I guess. Not really a super good character. I guess he can be a better combo builder than most characters, but he's kind of useless. You can get this character off of campaign, which is really good, but I don't know. I feel like there's much better characters to use than him. I don't even know who exactly. I just feel like if you get any other gold character that has a much better support passive, which is really not that hard to achieve, they would be better off than Blademaster Robin. So I'm going to put him in the C tier. It's actually kind of weird. I don't even know how to explain Batman Ninja. I don't even know how to explain Blademaster Robin. Like, I use this character so rarely to the point where, like, I know he's in the game, but, like, it's almost like he's not in the game, if that makes any sense. Whatever. I'm going to stop talking. Let's move on to the next character. Batman Ninja Batman. I'm going to go C tier. I think last time that I did this ranking, I ranked Batman Ninja Batman in D tier because of his passive. And don't get me wrong, his passive is really, really bad. But his special abilities are pretty fun to use. I've used this character a couple of times when somebody wants me to do a challenge in a stream or something. And the special abilities are pretty fun, so I'll put him in C tier. Batman Ninja Harley. I think this character does give bonuses to the entire Batman Ninja team. That's her, right? Yeah, I think she's the one in the Batman Ninja team that gives the entire team bonus passives if she's in your roster. So just by having her in your roster, your entire Batman Ninja team gets a couple of buffs. So because of that, I'll put her in B tier because you don't need to use the character. You just need to have the character. So she's not that bad. Next character is going to be Batman Ninja Lord Joker. This is a character a lot of people also told me that I ranked wrong. A lot of people were telling me that a special 3, I think it was, is actually pretty good for doing damage if you don't have Batman Ninja Catwoman. And I'll agree with that. Yeah, he's a pretty good damage dealer. Definitely nowhere near Batman Ninja Catwoman with the Beta Club. Nowhere near. But if you wanted to use Batman Ninja team, I think it's Batman Ninja Robin, Batman Ninja Grodd, and Batman Ninja Lord Joker. It's not really that bad. His special 3 is really fun to use because his special 3 is like really fast. It doesn't cost a lot of power bars, and it's just like one hit, and I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to use, and it does a decent amount of damage. So we'll put him in the B tier. Next character is going to be Brainiac. Brainiac. This character has to be put together with Black Manta, or I guess not anymore because a lot of people are using Brainiac with Batman Who Laughs. So I guess that's not necessarily true, but Brainiac is definitely one of the best support characters for your legendary characters because of his special 1. His special 1 allows you to get like 400% extra lethal attack damage, and also because of his passives, he gives lethal attack chance to all of your characters. I think it's according to how much lethal attack chance he has. So just by having him in your team and doing special 1s, you're increasing the damage of your damage dealer with Brainiac by a lot. So Brainiac is a really, really good support character for legendary characters. And plus, you can get that character for free off of the Versus Challenge mode. So that's always a good thing to have. Next character is going to be Classic Batman. I know they just kind of like refactored. I think that's what it's called. Refactored. The classic team. Wait, did I call him Batman Ninja Batman? I meant to say Classic Batman. Classic Batman. I know they just refactored the classic team, but look, Classic Superman is really good. He's really fun to use. And Classic Wonder Woman is actually pretty good because of her passive. So in that trio of characters, Classic Batman is not the best character in there. He's the worst character in there, actually. But he's also not super bad. I'll put him in C tier. I kind of want to put him in the B tier. If you put the entire classic team together, I guess Classic Batman can be pretty good. I don't know. I don't really have that much experience with this character. I just know that he's the worst character in the classic team, but he's also kind of fun to use. I'll put him in the B tier. Because at least if you want to use the classic team with him, then it could be kind of fun. Classic Superman, I'm definitely going to put him in the A tier just because in raids, if the boss that you're going to be fighting has a lot of defense, you can use classic Superman's special abilities to decrease the opponent's defense. That's really, really good for raids. Matter of fact, if you're gonna push Shazam, if you're gonna put like a character like Shazam, where's Shazam? Shazam. Oh boy, here we go again. God damn it. Wait. There he is right there. All right, nah, that was quick. That's quick. My reflexes are kicking in right now. All right, if you're gonna put a character like Shazam in A tier, you have to put classic Superman in A tier. Just because the way that damage works in the game, defense is a big deal. If your opponent has a lot of defense and you put somebody like Shazam in there, you're not really going to be doing a lot of damage because the defense is going to negate all that attack bonus that you get and even more. But if you put somebody like classic Superman, things start to look a little bit better because, yeah, you're not going to have that damage bonus from Shazam, but you're not getting all of your damage taken away because of the opponent's defense because you could take it away with classic Superman. So classic Superman is definitely A tier, and so is Shazam, because of course Shazam does give you a nice damage bonus for might and arcane characters. But if the opponent does have a lot of defense, you want to go with Superman. But both of these characters are definitely A tier worthy. Okay, so I just realized this video is going on for quite a bit. So what I'm going to do now, just to make things a little bit quicker, I'm going to get rid of all the silver characters right away. So silver Joker is trash. Everybody knows that. So Black Canary's trash. Hold up, bro. Hold up. I know I just said that I was only going to talk about silver characters to make things quick. But, homie, both of the Black Canaries are so bad, I just have to put them in F tier together. They're equally bad together. Okay, they just are. Catwoman. Oh. D tier. I'm going to put gold Catwoman too. Both of these Catwomans basically do exactly the same thing, but they're not really that bad either because you just want to have them in operations, just collecting more credits and I think more gears. I think that's what they do. They give you more credits and bigger chances to getting gears, but it's not really like that much of a bonus either. You know, I would put them C tier or B tier if they gave you like 50% more credits, but I think it's only like 20%, so it's really not that big of a deal. But at the same time, who else would you rather have in operations? You know, might as well get that 20% bonus or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Characters are trash. They're not going to do any damage. So I'm going to put them into D tier just because they do give you a little bit more credits. Next up is going to be Swampy. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. Don't hate me. All right? I know a lot of us make a lot of jokes about God tier Swamp Thing. He's the best character in the game. Not today. All right, not today. Okay, not today, bro. Let's just be real for a little bit. These characters are fucking trash. All right, they're gonna go F tier. Might as well put Firestorm in there too because his passive literally does nothing for you. He decreases dot damage or whatever, which who cares if your support character or your tank already has those talents that decrease dot damage that you take or whatever. Doesn't matter. My point is that just by talents alone, you can literally replace Firestorm. There's literally no point of having this character in your team. All right. Next up is going to be Captain Cold. Captain Cold's trash. I don't even know what that character does. That's a lie. I know what that character does. I think he increases crit resistance or something. Right? Doesn't he give you 50% crit resistance, I think? I don't know, bro. You know what? This man is so useless that you literally unlock the character. You unlock what this character does for you the moment that you start playing the game. You know why? Because you can block. You can block attacks. And if you block an attack, it's not going to do any crit on you. So literally just by blocking, you've practically already unlocked Captain Cold. All right, F tier. Cheetah. Silver Robin. Oh shit, what is this? No, my bad. Where did I put Silver Robin? Silver Robin. D tier. He's a decent combo builder. His passive is kind of unique. You can reach 4 fast attack hits with his character. Or not fast attacks. 4 combo meter hits with this character if the right set of circumstances happen. But you're not really going to be doing that often. And plus, he's a silver character. And plus, there's much better combo builders out there like Reverse Flash. So, even though he is a better combo builder than most people, there's no reason to put him above D tier. So he fits good in D tier. Let's just leave him there. Scarecrow. Scarecrow prevents opponents from tagging out. He has a chance of preventing opponents from tagging out, and he pulls them back into the match and stuns them. That's absolutely useless. There's no point of that. So I'm going to put this character in the F tier. I don't know why I put him in D tier. That's my bad. I meant to put him in the F tier. Next character is going to be Silver Soups. Silver Soups, I'm going to put him in the C tier just because he basically does the same thing as Armored Superman. He gives you defense. He's a tank character, and he has a reflective shield. So he's basically exactly the same as Armored Superman. And in a weird way, he's actually better because he has a chance of ignoring basic attacks. And because both of these characters are tanks, and both of these characters give defense for free, Superman is a little bit of a better tank just because you don't have to worry about if your opponent has a lot of basic attack damage. You're not going to worry about that much because you can just kind of ignore it with Superman. So I'll still put him in the C tier though because it's still not good enough to put him in the B tier. Next character is Grodd. Grodd is fucking garbage. He's got a reflective shield. I don't even know what his passive does. It's bad. Don't use that character. And also don't use Silver Grodd. Equally as bad. He also has a reflective shield, and I still don't know what that character's passive does. I don't know, man. Grodds are just really bad characters, unless we're talking about Batman Ninja Grodd. That's my boy. But also fuck Grodd, because his AI is insane in Arena. I'm not going to talk about this right now. Just know that Grodd is a little bitch, all right? Every time I fight this man in Arena, he always got to whip out the jump attack with the swipe. He always got to use reflective shields. Let's move on. Shut up. Stop talking to me, all right? We're just going to move on, all right, before I start getting mad. I'm already mad. Next character is going to be Silver Cyborg. Silver Cyborg, I'm going to put him in the C tier. He's a really, really fun silver character, man. You don't have to worry about this character ever dying. Ever. And he does do a decent amount of damage if you want to make him a damage dealer. Obviously, when I say decent amount of damage, I'm talking about for a silver character. So C tier is fine for that character. He's pretty fun to use, but you're not going to be using that character in raids. Next character is going to be Cal Superman. Moo Superman. All right. This character, if you're somebody who likes to use cheap tactics, right? If you're one of those people in Call of Duty that sits in the back, head glitching with a sniper, just picking people off. If you're one of those little bitches, right? One of those fucking pussies, this character's for you, all right? Because with this character, you don't have to do nothing, all right? You activate a special 2. It's a reflective shield, and you're done. That's it. That's all you got to do. Nothing else, right? That reflective shield literally reflects everything back to the opponent, and you take no damage. So using this character is like it's like a little bitch's dream. You don't got to do nothing, and you can pretend to be good because you literally don't have to do nothing to destroy the opponent. All right. So I'm gonna put him in the B tier. Okay. I guess that's kind of a bad. I want to put him C tier, bro. Dude. All right. Look. All jokes aside, this character is a really cheap way to win matches. But at the same time, you got to admit, bro, it's effective. If you really don't feel like playing the game, if you don't even have good characters and you just upgrade this character enough to where you can level up his special 2 to a decent amount of to a decent level so you can actually reflect all the damage back to the opponent, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do anything. You just put him in Arena and he can get you millions and millions of points, and you never have to do anything aside from using special 2s. So because of that, I will put him in the B tier. Next up is going to be Dark Supergirl. She has a really badass profile pic. I'll give her that. But aside from that, this character is fucking trash. She interrupts special abilities. If she's tagged out and you tag her in, she can interrupt special abilities from the opponent. But aside from that, she doesn't really do anything else. I mean, Multiverse Armored Supergirl literally does that, but does it much better because her animation is a lot faster, and she's a damage dealer. So you could do a lot of damage with this character. So she's basically just a much better version of Dark Supergirl. There's no point whatsoever for going for Dark Supergirl. If you want to get Dark Supergirl, you might as well just go for Multiverse Armored Supergirl because she does everything she does, but much, much better. Next character is going to be Multiverse Flash. I'm going to put Multiverse Flash next to Multiverse Supergirl just because these two characters work together. Multiverse Supergirl is a damage dealer. Multiverse Flash gives her a lot of critical attack damage and a huge boost in critical attack chance. So much so to the point where you don't have to put any critical attack chance on Multiverse Armored Supergirl if you have Flash. So those two characters work really well together. And now that we're talking about the multiverse team, I'm just going to go ahead and put all these characters in the B tier. All these other multiverse characters in the B tier. There we go. All these characters do something for the multiverse team. And pretty much all these characters are pretty fun to use. It's just that they're only fun to use. They don't help you do a lot more damage with the multiverse team or anything. If you want the multiverse team, really all you need is Supergirl and Flash. These characters are really just optional. And if you want to try to have some fun in Arena or something, like for example, for me, I like using Multiverse Supergirl with Multiverse Armored Supergirl and Multiverse Flash because she helps my characters become super, super tanky because she gives them a lot of defense bonuses. And she also reduces the damage they take by half once you reach half of your health. So she's a really fun character to use, but she's not going to be giving me any sort of crazy damage bonuses or anything. So I'll put her in the B tier alongside every other multiverse character in there. All right. Next up is going to be the Just League team. Let's talk about the Just League team. Just League Batman, trash. D tier. Only reason why he's not going F tier is because he can be good if you put Cyborg with him, but no one's going to do that. You know what, bro? Fuck it. I'll put him F tier. No one is going to use Batman with Cyborg and use Batman as a damage dealer. Nobody. You know, if you're going to do that, you might as well just use Cyborg as a damage dealer. That's a far better option than trying to make Batman the damage dealer in the Just League team. So he's going to go in the F tier. Every other character here, though, is going to go A tier. Boom. The Just League team is not really a team that does a lot of damage nowadays, but there are, you know, they could do something. You know, if you have this team, you could do a little something, depending on which route you want to go, though. Because you can do Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman, or you could do Cyborg, any Batman, and then Superman. Those two teams are the damage-dealing teams. But also, if you don't want to use Flash as a damage dealer, you can also use him as a support character because his passive gives his teammates one extra fast attack hit. So the Just League team is not really the most super OP team in the game or anything, but you could definitely do a little bit of damage with the team. And if you wanted to bring a support character, if you wanted to use one of these characters as a support character, you can use Flash as a support character for Black Manta or maybe, I don't know, bro. You know, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying that if you didn't want this team to be like super damage dealing, you could still use Flash as a support character, which kind of adds a little bit of versatility for Just League Flash and the Just League team as a whole. So I'll put them in the A tier because they're pretty good. Especially in Arena, you can end battles very, very fast with the Just League team because of the armor pierce of Aquaman and the insane damage boost on your basics with Cyborg. So I'll put them A tier. I feel like A tier is a good spot for them. They're definitely replaceable by somebody else, but they can also do something if they're the only good team that you have. All right, you know what I just realized, bro? I said like 3 times that I was going to rank all silver characters first. And I did for a little bit, and then I stopped doing that. I don't know why I do that, bro. I have the brain of a goldfish, man. I just forget everything. All right, now for real, let's just get the silver characters out of the way. Silver Deadshot is trash. I literally don't even know what that character does. Flash, trash. I don't even know what this character does either. Wonder Woman, trash. I don't know what that character does either. They're just garbage, man. They're garbage silver characters. If you want a god tier silver character, Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is my boy, all right? This man is goated, all right? So, you know what? Now that we're talking about Dr. Fate, fuck it. Let's just talk about Power Girl 2. I know I just said I was just going to talk about silver characters, but I promise you this is an exception because Dr. Fate and Power Girl pretty much do exactly the same thing. They decrease the cost of your special abilities by 2 power bars. That's it. That's all they do. And guess what? Getting Dr. Fate and Power Girl is actually super, super easy. So these characters are really, really good support characters, and they're very easy to get. Easily S tier characters. They work with anybody. That's one of the best parts about them too. You can put them in any team, and it's pretty much only going to make them better. Silver character, Harley Quinn, trash. Green Lantern, you know what? I'm going to put him in the B tier. He's actually not that bad. He's a really fun character to use. One thing that I would like to try in the future, once my Black Manta, if I ever get my Black Manta maxed out, and I don't know, if he has a decent amount of health once he's maxed out, I would like to try Black Manta, Brainiac, and Silver Green Lantern, because that seems like a really fun idea, man, because you could basically just keep doing basic attack hits with Black Manta because of Green Lantern's passive, which basically gives you a shield that makes you unhittable for like 25% of your health or whatever. So you literally just keep doing combos and combos and combos with Black Manta, or any character really that you want that you're going to pair up with Green Lantern. So his passive is not super broken. It's not something that's going to be super good in raids, but it's a fun little thing that you want to try out if you want to try it out. So I'll put him in the B tier. Any more silver characters? I think we're done with all the silver characters. All right. Hellboy. I'm going to put him in the F tier. You definitely don't need this character at all. I think he heals. He heals whenever you try to apply dot damage to him. He heals up instead with the dot damage. But that's like such a specific thing that it's really not useful. Like, it's cool, but there are so many more characters out there that do so many different things that are going to be more useful in so many different areas, to the point where Hellboy is not really useful at all. I mean, I guess you can get the character pretty easily off the challenge mode, but there's no point. Nightmare Batman is a pretty good character. You could definitely make this character as a tank, and he's going to be damn near indestructible, because this man, homie, especially if you put that one artifact where you can block special abilities and then get a reflective shield because of it. I don't remember what that artifact is called, but basically Nightmare Batman reflects all basic attack damage. He has a chance of reflecting all basic attack damage back to the opponent. And if you can put that one artifact, it's called the Trigon Staff. I think it's called the Trigon Staff. If you can put that artifact on this character, you literally are going to be able to reflect basics and special abilities to the opponent. So this character is kind of like Cal Superman as long as you have the right artifact. But even if you don't, he's still a really good tank, just for the basic fact that he can reflect all basic attack damage. He's going to be really good in Arena. Not really useful in raids though, so I'll put him in the B tier. Next character, Enraged Bane. Enraged Bane is trash, man. He becomes unblockable after taking a special ability, and that's pretty much useless. There's no point really in being unblockable, because as long as you're doing your combos right and using your special abilities after your combos, you're pretty much going to be unblockable. That's just the way the game works. And even then, even if the unblockable thing did actually work in some weird way, his unblockable buff goes away after like 3 seconds or something. After like 5 seconds, it's gone. So you don't even have enough time to be able to use his buff. So he's definitely going in F tier. Next character is going to be Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. You already know, man. You know what, bro? Let's just put the whole team in there. EPI. Raven. All right. Heartbreaker, EPI, Raven. One of, if not the best team in the game, bro. These characters are mad broken when you put them together. Oh, matter of fact, hold up. I want to put... Where's he at? I want to put Last Life Joker in there too, man. For some fights, if the boss is stun immune, you can also put Last Life Joker in there instead of Heartbreaker with Raven and EPI, and you could still whip out a good amount of damage. Although I personally like going for Heartbreaker. But Heartbreaker, EPI, Raven, there's so many buffs going on in there that in the end, you just end up doing billions and billions and billions of damage. The only character I can think of right now that really can compete with this team would be Batman Who Laughs. And it's kind of a weird thing to talk about, because the way that Batman Who Laughs works, I feel like it's a glitch, and I feel like it's going to get patched one day. And it also depends a lot on how much health your opponent has. So the way that Batman Who Laughs works is you put Brainiac in there and you put Power Girl. And with Brainiac, you keep whipping out a bunch of special ones to increase the damage that Batman Who Laughs is going to be able to do. Now with the Beta Club, you need to have Beta Club on Batman Who Laughs. With the Beta Club, you want your swipes, which trigger the Beta Club, to also trigger the percentage health reduction buff on Batman Who Laughs. And the way this is going to work is the Beta Club is going to take that percentage damage, and that's going to count towards the Beta Club dot damage. So if you're going to take away, let's say, 50 million health from the opponent because the fourth hit on your basic attack hits does the health reduction, which is the buff for Batman Who Laughs, that gets multiplied with the Beta Club. So now you're not just taking away 50 million health with that one swipe or with that one hit with Batman Who Laughs. Now you're going to be doing that multiple different times because the Beta Club is going to trigger that damage. Like, it's going to be 50 million health, 50 million health, 50 million health, 50 million health that you're going to consistently be taking away from the opponent because that's just the way that the dot damage works on the Beta Club. And the Beta Club is going to think that percentage health reduction is the dot damage. So it's very weird to explain, but that is the only character right now that I could think of that can really compete with Heartbreaker, Harley Quinn, EPI, and Raven. And unfortunately, Batman Who Laughs is not here in this little tier list thing. So just imagine that I put Batman Who Laughs next to Raven. I'm sorry, but I don't know how to make these tier list videos. But just imagine that Batman Who Laughs is somewhere in there and just put Batman Who Laughs in the S tier up here with these characters. Because he's definitely an S tier character. But yeah, Raven, EPI, Heartbreaker is definitely still a really, really good team. You can whip out billions and billions of damage, and you can also do that with Batman Who Laughs. I'm just not really sure who is more OP, but yeah, both of those characters, this team and Batman Who Laughs is definitely S tier characters. Next team that we're going to talk about is going to be, next character we're going to talk about, King of Atlantis Aquaman. King of Atlantis Aquaman is really, really good with the Beta Club. Nowhere near as good with the Beta Club as Batman Ninja Catwoman or Black Manta. I guess maybe Black Manta, yeah. I'm not sure. It depends. Or Batman Who Laughs, or maybe in some cases Raven with Brainiac. I've seen some people try builds like that, but I don't know how good that is. But either way, King of Atlantis Aquaman is still a really, really good character. Definitely the OG S tier character. He has been a really good character for a long time. So I got to give him some respect for that, man, because he's been on top of the game for a minute. Even though he's not number one, he's still definitely up there in the top 5 teams in the game. You know what I mean? So I got to give respects to King of Atlantis Aquaman. He's definitely the OG OP character in the game. Also, another character I wasn't able to put in the tier list, unfortunately, is Deathstroke. Deathstroke is also S tier character. He is also an S tier character. Just imagine the characters in there in the S tier. So basically, Deathstroke takes a lot of health away from the opponent because of his special 2, taking away percentage health from the opponent. And I think in the end, you could take away like 30% of the opponent's health. I think once you're done with all the special abilities, because the way that percentage health works, it's of the current health of the opponent. In the end, you can take away, I think it's like 25% of the opponent's health. But that's really, really good, man. If you're going to go into a battle where you don't know if you can one-shot with Heartbreaker or something, then you could just use Deathstroke. Throw Deathstroke in there. Boom. You take away 25% of health away from the opponent. And now you can use Heartbreaker. And now it's going to be a little bit safer because now you have a better chance of actually killing the opponent with your secondary team after using Deathstroke. So Deathstroke is not really a character that you're going to be killing bosses with, but you can be taking away huge portions of their health away with. So just imagine that Deathstroke and Batman Who Laughs are in the S tier right here with King of Atlantis Aquaman. And also another character that I wasn't able to put in the tier list is Classic Wonder Woman. Just imagine that Classic Wonder Woman is in the A tier right here because her passive does give you more critical attack damage, which is actually pretty good. It's better than Vixen. And also, another character I wasn't able to put in here was Vixen. So I would put Vixen in B tier, and I would put Classic Wonder Woman A tier. So Just imagine that Deathstroke, Batman Who Laughs are in S tier, Classic Wonder Woman is in A tier, and then Vixen is in B tier. All right? I'll try to maybe somehow edit the photos in the video. When I'm done with the tier list, we'll go back and look at everything, and I'll edit Deathstroke, Batman Who Laughs, Classic Wonder Woman, and Vixen in here, so that way you guys can see the actual tier list. But anyways, now moving on to the next characters. Let's talk about the Suicide Squad team. Look, I don't care if these characters are super good tanks, which they are. I don't care if these characters are legendary and you can somehow manage to do a decent amount of damage with these characters. I don't care. The fact that they are not even close to being OP, and there's 2 legendary characters in this one team, is not good. You know, you're gonna put so much effort trying to upgrade this team and trying to get this team, because trying to get 2 legendaries is very hard. And in the end, it's really not going to be worth it. I'd honestly rather try to go for somebody for Black. I would try to get Black Manta by himself. Just try to get Black Manta by himself rather than trying to get Suicide Squad Harley and Enchantress. I'd rather try to get Raven. There's so many other characters. There's so many other legendary characters I would rather go for by themselves than trying to get these 2 characters together. It's just not worth it, you know? Next character we're going to talk about is going to be Silver Banshee. Silver Banshee is definitely S tier, I think. Definitely not top 3 damage dealing teams, but I would say definitely in the top 6 teams. And that's really all that matters. That's all that you need to be in the S tier. So I'll put this character in the S tier. Her special 3 does a lot of damage. Reverse Flash is going to be more or less the combo builder for Silver Banshee, unless you want to try to go for Martian Manhunter. That's really the only use for these characters, is to be combo builders for Silver Banshee. But, I mean, they are replaceable. They're replaceable. That's why they're going in the A tier and not the S tier. But you kind of have to give them some credit. At least they are really good combo builders for one of the best characters in the game. You know what I mean? So I'll put them in the A tier. But that's all these characters are. They're tanks. They're combo builders. That's it. That's all that matters. Next character I want to talk about is Soul Stealer Dr. Fate, the knockoff Raven from Injustice 1. This character was supposed to be kind of like Raven from Injustice 1, but it really didn't work out. So basically you can swap health with the opponent after using your super move with this character. That's really not that good, man. Even in Arena, you know, waiting to try to get your super move and then only taking away... Yeah, trying to get all that power to do a super move and in the end only maybe killing one opponent with it is not really worth it. You know, if you can health swap at the perfect time and you have a low amount of health, you could trigger the super move, health swap with the opponent, use your super move and kill them with that super move damage. But that's like such a long process only to kill one of the opponents, and there's still going to be 2 more opponents that you have to fight in Arena. So even in Arena, this character is not worth it, and this character is definitely not worth it for raids. So I'm going to put him in the F tier. I feel like if you're going to go through that entire struggle of trying to just kill one character, why even bother? You know, I'd rather put the Just League team and just kill the entire... If you put the Just League team, you can literally kill an entire opponent in like 5 seconds. If you use somebody like Soul Stealer Dr. Fate, it's going to take you like 30 seconds to get your super move and only kill one opponent with the health swap and the super move on the opponent. So it's just not worth it. It's not worth it for the amount of time and effort that you have to use to try to kill somebody with Soul Stealer Dr. Fate. So he's going to go in the F tier for sure. Okay, I just realized that one silver character that I did not talk about. Bro, how many times have I been going back to silver characters, man? All right. I swear, this is the last guy, right? Okay. The one silver character I did not talk about was Silver Green Arrow. He's trash. All right, moving on. Horrific Scarecrow. Very fun character for Arena. He basically does the opposite as Dr. Fate and Power Girl. He increases the cost of the opponent's special abilities by 2 power bars. That's really not going to be super useful in raids, because in raids, I think I'd rather use my special abilities a lot quicker, which means I would rather use Dr. Fate and Power Girl. But in Arena, he's a fun character. He's a fun character to use. John Stewart Green Lantern. I'm going to put him in the A tier just because there are some instances where John Stewart Green Lantern is pretty good, specifically when the opponents have a lot of hazards on the ground. But that's like a really specific time when that happens. But at the same time, like I said, A tier is really going to be for characters that are not super duper OP, or for characters that you can switch in and out. And John Stewart Green Lantern is one of those characters that you can switch in and out with. So I'll put him in the A tier. He's useful sometimes in raids, but he's not really going to be useful all the time, or most of the times. Next character is going to be Warrior Queen Wonder Woman. I'm going to put her in the D tier. This character is really easy to get, and I feel like you get so many shards for this character for free off of raid drops. I don't know if that's just me, but for a beginner, if you're going to go into a league and you don't really have that many characters, if you unlock this character, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. I'm still going to put her D tier because she's not good. Like mid and late game in your account, she's not going to be good. But, you know, her special one's okay. Her passive is really bad, but she does have a reflective shield. I'll put a D tier. D tier is fine for this character. She's definitely not going to be doing anything in raids. So D tier it is. Next character is going to be Speed Force Flash. Speed Force Flash, in my opinion, is a really, really overrated character. There's a reason why you pretty much never see any gameplay about this character. He's just not useful, man. If his basics, if his fast attack hits did go up to 3, like pretty much like Multiverse Flash, Just League Flash, Reverse Flash, those characters have a 3-hit fast attack. But Speed Force Flash only has 2 hits. And I don't know why. I feel like that's such a waste. This character could be a really good combo builder, but he's just not going to be. You'd rather use Flash. You'd rather use Just League Flash, Multiverse Flash, or Reverse Flash. So there's really no point in using this character, and his passive is actually pretty bad. So this character is going to go in the D tier. Next character is Power Girl, or Powered Supergirl, whatever. I don't know, bro. Powered Supergirl, really bad character. She basically gives you the ability to use free special ones if you can land critical attack hits, and you have like a 20% chance of that triggering. The problem is that her special ones last a long time, and they really don't do a lot of damage. So she's a really big time waster in raids. So she's just not good in raids. I guess in arena, she could be kind of good, but again, you need to have a lot of critical attack damage, a lot of critical attack chance on this character for her passive to actually work. And if you're going to take the time to build a character like her, might as well just wait and try to build a character like King of Atlantis Aquaman. King of Atlantis Aquaman is really easy to get, and if you do build this character, he's going to give you far, far more damage than Powered Supergirl. So Powered Supergirl by default just has to go in the D tier because there's better characters out there that are easy to get as well and much better for doing damage. Next character is going to be Red Hood. Red Hood, I'm going to put him in the B tier because you do sometimes use this character in raids. I'll put him in the A tier. You do sometimes use this character in raids. I personally never do, but I do know a lot of people do. And the reason why you do use him sometimes is because he gives you like 30 seconds more in the match. He gives you 30 seconds more on the timer in the match after using a super move. So it's really not that good of a buff, but it's something. And in raids, your number one enemy is always going to be the timer. So I don't know. I feel like 30 seconds is really not that big of a deal, but I do know a lot of people like to use Red Hood. So I'll put him in the A tier. You're already going to use him in raids sometimes, but you're definitely going to be changing this character out for other characters many, many times. So A tier for sure. Next character is going to be Unbreakable Cyborg. D tier character. All this character does is come back to life after dying, which is completely useless. Next character is going to be Starfire. Starfire, I'm going to put her in the C tier because she is a really, really good tank. Basically, whenever you do a special ability, her health goes up according to how many power bars you used for your special ability. So that makes her a pretty good tank. But, I mean, you can make any character a good tank. You can literally make any character a really, really good tank, especially with artifact bonuses happening, all the time in solo raids. There's no point in really using Starfire, so I'll put her in the C tier. Next character is going to be Flora Poison Ivy. Sorry, I was going to call her Entangling Poison Ivy, but that's EPI. Flora Poison Ivy is her crappy sister. It's her crappy twin. So Basically, the only good thing about this character is her special 2, because it has infinite range, meaning that you can hit the opponent no matter where they're at, and it does armor pierce, so it could do a decent amount of damage. But you're definitely not going to be using this character as a damage dealer in raids. You know what? I'm going to put her in the B tier. I'm going to put her in the B tier just because if you do want to use this character in arena, I could see how she could be useful, because again, you can hit the opponent wherever they are with her special 2, and it's armor pierce, which is kind of a big deal for arena. So I'll put her in the B tier because she could be kind of fun to use because of her special 2. Next character is going to be Predator Batman. Predator Batman's going in B tier. He's definitely a lot more versatile than Flora Poison Ivy. He does have an armor piercing special ability, but he also has stun on one of his special abilities. His special 2 has stun, which is really good because if you don't have Arkham Knight Batman, you can use Predator Batman with Heartbreaker and EPI to try to get some stun in there to stun the opponents and do more damage with Heartbreaker. So he's definitely a lot. I'm going to put him in the A tier. I'm going to put him in the A tier just because of that. Because he can be useful in raids, and he's definitely been useful for me because I don't have Arkham Knight Batman. I guess nowadays he's not that useful because, again, you would rather have Raven than Arkham Knight Batman or Predator Batman. But Predator Batman has carried me in a lot of different battles when I can't use EPI and I don't have Arkham Knight Batman, so I just use Predator Batman. So I'll put him in the A tier for raids. Next character is going to be Darkseid. Darkseid, really good tank. Really, really good tank. But guess what? That doesn't really mean anything. So I'm going to put him in the B tier. Everybody always tells me this character is good to use. I'm sorry. I don't see it, bro. He's a good tank. He's a good tank. Good for you. No one cares. Literally any character in the game can be a tank. I'm sorry. Darkseid is just going to go B tier. You cannot change my mind on that. Next character is going to be Raiden. Raiden is a really, really fun character to use, man. He's really, really fun because his special 3 does insane amounts of splash damage. So it's really, really good to use in arena. But this character is not going to be used in raids. So I'll put him in the B tier. Sub-Zero. D tier. The coolest thing this character can do. Okay, I did not do that on purpose. I did not say cool because he's Sub-Zero. It just came out of my mouth, all right? But the coolest thing this character can do is make ice clones with his special 3, which a lot of people like, but I don't understand, bro. Why would I want to grab a clone of the opponent's team with worst health and worst attack than my characters have? You know, because the clone doesn't take all the attack and health from the opponent. The clone doesn't work that way. So why would I rather try to use the opponent's clone when I could just use my characters, which are going to be far better than a clone of the opponent's health, of the opponent's characters? I don't know, man. It made no sense to me, but whatever. This character is going to go D tier. Let's move on. Next character is going to be Golden Armor Wonder Woman. D tier. The best thing this character can do, really, is if the opponent that you're going to be fighting is like Darkseid and he's got a barrier, she does have this sundered effect, which can kind of take that away. That's the best thing that this character can do. Everything else about this character sucks, especially trying to get the character because she's a legendary character. Next character is going to be Grid. Grid is the opposite, kind of. Well, not really the opposite. Grid is a little bit different than Golden Armor Wonder Woman because he's very easy to get. The problem is that there's literally nothing good about this character. So D tier it is. Mythic Wonder Woman. I'll put her C tier. I mean, I guess she can get some damage bonuses if you put Just League Cyborg in there. But again, if you're going to do that, you might as well just make Just League Cyborg the damage dealer. There's no reason of using Wonder Woman, Mythic Wonder Woman. The only good thing about Mythic Wonder Woman really is that she has a reflective shield. And if you wanted to, you could get some bonuses with the Just League team. But that's about it. And the final character we're going to look at is going to be... I forgot her name. Unhinged Harley Quinn. F tier character. Absolutely useless. She basically does the same thing as Sub-Zero, but worse. She clones the opponent after you kill them. Again, I don't know why. I mean, I guess she kind of does the same thing as Sub-Zero. I'll put her in the D tier. Whatever. But again, that specific passive or being able to clone your opponents, I don't care about that. I do not care about that at all unless I'm going to use something like Last Laugh Joker where I can clone the opponent and then kill my clones and let me do more damage because that'll buff Last Laugh Joker. But nobody does that. Nobody does that nowadays because, again, it's better to have Raven, Last Laugh Joker, EPI than wasting your time trying to kill clones for Last Laugh Joker. So it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. But yeah, boys, anyways, that's pretty much the entire list. I know I talked really fast in this list, but that's because there's so many goddamn characters that I have to talk fast. I know I stuttered so many times in this video, but I just had to keep going, bro, because otherwise I'd be here for like 10 hours just making this one video because there's so many characters in this game. One thing I'm going to do for you guys right now, so you guys can see, hold up, let me take off my webcam. Hold up. Let me shut this off. Hold up. Oh, my bad. Not that. I want you guys to see my screen. Cam border, don't know. Okay, there. So you guys can only see my screen right now, right? All right. So here, I'm going to edit in all the characters that I couldn't put in the tier list. That like I couldn't put in there to drag them in the tier list. So right now, I'm going to put Deathstroke and Batman Who Laughs in the S tier categories. I'm going to put Classic Wonder Woman in the A tier category. And in the B tier category, I'm going to put Vixen. Okay? So there you go. That's all the characters in the game so far ranked. All right? With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry for talking a lot and stuttering a lot through this entire video. But again, that's just kind of the way it had to be because this video is just way too long. And it would take me way, way too long to try to edit everything and, you know, try to make everything more formal like I try to do with pretty much every other video that I make. But anyways, boys, with that being said, stay safe and stay clean. I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching the video.